This crazy ass dog. What's going on? Just got my early morning run in, and I was thinking, I'm gonna refer this book to y'all. I think I done did it already, but I'm gonna do it again because it's something I know I'm suffering from, or was suffering from. So I know there's some other people out there that's probably dealing with this issue too. And it's called bad habits. We all form bad habits. Don't even realize we done formed a bad habit. The brain has a way of doing whatever you train it to do, and it's gonna do it regardless, whether it's good or bad, because the brain don't recognize good and bad. Get over here. It only recognize what you train it to do. How you train the brain, how you think, what you say, and what you do on a day-to-day. So if you got a bad habit, or your life in general just ain't, what it's supposed to be, there's a good chance, or ain't what you think it's supposed to be, it's a good chance that you ain't doing something right. It's a good chance you ain't thinking right, and it's a good chance you ain't moving right. So I'm up here running, I done posted a few times in the past about me, I get up in the morning, go run, whatever. But the problem is, I haven't been able to maintain consistency with it like I used to. And I was a trainer for a great portion of my life after I got out of college, about 6 years, 7 years, 6.5, 7 years. So every day of my life, I trained. But training was my life. That's how I ate. That's how I got money. So I'm dealing with that all day. I'm around that all day. So naturally, you're going to be what you around. Your body going to try to adjust to what you're around. So even with that thought process and then that understanding, if you're around negative shit all the time, eventually that shit going to seep over into you. If you're around activity, if you're around action, you're around good people, that shit going to seep over into your life too. But I said all that to say this. There was once upon a time in my life where I said it, and I'm quoting it. I was like, man, I don't understand how people can't work out, why people don't work out. And I'm like, man, this one I'm in like shape, good shape. I'm like, man, look, I never ever just live without working out. But back to what I said earlier, habits. When I moved to California, I stopped working out. I don't even know why I stopped working out. I just stopped working out. But I started painting and getting into my creativity, making music, beats, mixing music, all of that good stuff. So that occupied my time, and it almost gave me an excuse not to work out. So every day, instead of going to work out, I did that. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I got a hell of a lot better with everything, in that regard, because that was all I focused on. That was also who I was around. I wasn't around people who worked out every day. I was around people who created, so that eventually became me. So for the next year and a half or so, that's all I did. Created. Well, excuse me, from then until now, that's all I did. And in between, I go a week, 2 weeks, here and there, sparingly, like, oh, I'm back on it, I'm in the gym, yada, yada, and then stop. Because I haven't developed that habit back yet. And the most important thing about developing a habit is first recognizing you got a problem. Then you got to figure out what's causing this problem and what can you do to change it. Now, the book that I want to recommend to y'all is called The Power of Habit. It's a great book that explains the way habits are formed and the way the brain works and all of that good stuff, man. It's really, 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 really tremendous material. And I really recommend that to everybody on this timeline. I don't care You white, black, blue, brown, girl, boy, big, small, I really recommend that book because even if you don't follow it, it'll give you some understanding. And once you got the understanding, that shit'll eat away at you. You know, either you will hate yourself forever or you will get tired of that shit repeating in your head and you will get up and do something about it. But my habit had changed, you know. I went from being around gyms all day long to being around creativity all day long. And I didn't even realize I was forming new habits. You know, I didn't even realize that. I just thought, you know, I ain't going to the gym. But I knew I had formed a new habit, and that old habit of me working out all the time almost became obsolete. Because whenever I would work out, I got to talking like everybody who I used to train. Like, man, I ain't never really, even now, like I go work out now, I get tired, whatever the case may be, but that's expected. I don't even hate going to the gym. Like, I don't mind going. The problem is getting there. So that's when I realized I had done formed new habits. I ain't gonna say I formed a bad habit. I guess it's a bad habit to not work out, but I formed new habits to create more. And I'm usually an all or nothing type of person, so I have to balance that shit out because I went full throttle. I went all in on the creativity. I went all in on the creativity and said, fuck the training. But it was the reverse before I went to California. I was all in on the training and it was fuck everything else. You know, not to say fuck everything else, but like train or die in my mindset. And then when I got to Cali, it was create or die in my mindset. So now, today, you know, and recently, and just over the past, you know, year or so, I've been on and off. But I'm gonna get better with it though. I ain't got no choice, man. The life I expect to live, the life I'm supposed to live, it requires me to work out. It requires you to work out if you want to live and feel good while you living, you know. Most people be like, you gonna die anyway. Yeah, you sure are gonna die anyway, especially with that mindset, but what's the quality of life, you know? I ain't living just to die, you know. I'm living to motherfucking feel good. I'm living to look good. You know, I'm living you know, to be upbeat. You know, I wanna be 80, 90 years old, you know, still getting around like I'm 30, you know, and I know for a fact, not working out and eating terrible ain't the answer to that, you know, so I gotta work out, you know, that's my life, that's my mission. So I'm working on forming that new habit. And because I'm an all or nothing type of person, I've learned now that for me to get on it, I gotta do that shit first thing out of bed. As soon as I wake up, drink a glass of water, I put my shoes on, brush my teeth, I don't do none of that. I put my shoes on, I get out there and I go run a mile. Then I come back home, I meditate. As soon as I finish meditating and praying, I put my shit back on. Now I brush my teeth, you know, once I get back in the crib, I wash my face up a little bit. But as soon as after I meditate or whatever, I go to the gym. I get that shit out the way in the morning. Cause if I don't do it in the morning, and I'll try it, I'll be like, you know, I'm gonna work out 12 today, 1 today, 3 today, or whatever the case may be. And I never do. I never do it. Because I always choose painting or something to that effect over going to the gym, you know. I got a house full of paintings, so when I walk around in that shit, I see paintings and I see undone paintings. Like, man, I gotta finish this shit. And then, boom, there go that workout. I ain't working out now. And I used to be disciplined enough to get it in at the crib, but I lost it, you know, but so I got to get it back. So I've learned for me, I just got to get up every morning and make that shit happen. You know, no excuses, no thinking about it, none of that. And I'm going to have to do it consistently until that shit become a habit, you know. And I'm getting better. You know, my time span between not working out, my gaps of not working out are getting smaller, but we ain't having no more gaps no more. You know, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna make it happen regardless, you know, no matter where I'm at, none of that. So I need y'all to do this. Everybody that follow me, man, This is for y'all good. Trust me when I tell you this. It's for y'all good. Go get that book, The Power of Habit. I can't remember the author name, but you'll know it when you see it. It's The Power of Habit. It's like a yellow book, yellow cover with, I think, red writing, like red images on it, something like that. But I highly, 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 highly recommend that book. Trust me when I tell you, it's worth every dollar, every cent, and every moment of your time. If you aspire to be a better person, you aspire to be more efficient and effective in life, you know, you want to live better, you want to feel better, you tired of doing the terrible shit that ain't no good for you, and you want to do better, you want to become a better person, read that book. If you're a mentor, if you're a trainer, if you something like that, if you're a teacher, read that book. It can help you, you know, in your field of study, you know, and what you work on and what you do as a job. That book is very, very, very informative and very helpful if you apply it. Now, I recommend a lot of books, and I'm always recommend a lot of books to y'all, but reading them books, they great. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, they great books to read. But boy, listen, you have to apply that shit. You have to apply it, because if you don't apply it, then, you know, you just read a good book. And then you, again, like I said earlier, you're just gonna be mad at yourself, because everything you learn from that book gonna be eating away at your ass. And every time you don't level up and step up and handle your business, you're gonna feel like shit. And you don't wanna feel like shit. So read them books, apply them books. The Power of Habit. Y'all need to read that book, man. And I'm done talking y'all head all day. I'm about to go in here and brush my teeth and do all that good shit, meditate real quick. Then I'm gonna go hit the gym, man. Anyway, man, y'all have a good day, man. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed.